So I'll just tell me who you are and what you do.
Okay, my name is Alan Grogan. I'm a partner in IBM Global Business Services. The area of my expertise is around data analytics, artificial intelligence, and cognitive solutions.
And in real world terms, what does that actually mean for your day job?
Real world terms, it's around helping clients and the world in general better use data.
Okay. Connected to financial sectors.
All sectors, data is data. It flows. Maybe it starts in the financial sector and financial client. It may well end up on your dinner table by the evening. So it's really how we support the world really transform and better use data to whether it be lower risk, increase revenue for clients, do things a lot more cost effective, which is one area of which blockchain can help, and really try not to set out an exact journey where we're going to end up with how we're using data.
And in some echelons, data has had a bad rep, right? Um, Misuse, manipulation, cloak and dagger. What's the real environment like around data?
It's a very interesting point you raise. Organizations today are really grappling with data. What role will it play? Some organizations treat data in a very, in a very defensive manner. So they treat data as a liability. Other organizations treat it purely as an asset. The real challenge here is how do you find that balance between using it responsibly, ethically, in today's ever-changing world, and I say data can be like the elements of the earth. So if you mistreat it, it'll burn you. Which, to your point, is one way people working in organisations and organisations themselves will really have to look inside themselves and treat it whichever way they see fit.
Now, how is blockchain affecting what you do and what you see happening in your world?
In simplest terms, blockchain is a transformative force. It's both a platform to which we can generate new data, we can hold data, we can transform, we can analyze. It also is a data source in itself if we want to take data off the blockchain to truly track, trace, manipulate, understand, and ultimately then use data in a ethical and fair way.
Now, we're here in this lovely setting in Scotland. What were your expectations coming here?
My expectations were to meet like-minded individuals, to trade good stories, but also bad stories. As you mentioned earlier, there's a lot of negativity surrounding data, possibly even blockchain. And really, with the level of expertise here in the castle, we're here as leaders to listen, learn, but also then take those learnings, those insights into the real world, whether you be a global Fortune 500 company or even a small size organization on the street corner. It's everybody's responsibility to try and take technologies like blockchain, put a real world context around them, and ultimately trying to make the world a better place.
Isn't it brilliant to have that centralized group of world experts, as you say, including yourself, um, centered here in this surrounding? Also, with the idea that BioLife may have potentially a clinic and research lab featured right here.
Yeah. Well, the brilliant thing about BioLife is everybody is going to become either sick, we will age, we eventually will need some level of care. BioLife for me is a way through which we can cut through all the complexity and fragmentation of today's whether it be healthcare market or the area before that around life sciences. BioLife is really a great platform through which we can start to understand and the role organizations, institutions in BioLife can play amongst other blockchain consortia.
Now, when the market settles, or whenever that will be, I get the sense that organizations like BioLife will be one of the rooted survivors, who can scale based on the quality of team, quality of investment opportunity, quality of general strategic partners. Do you agree?
Yes. I'm somewhat qualified to make this statement, but from IBM's perspective, being also a leading provider of blockchain technologies in the wider ecosystem, BioLife is, if I could say, one of the early adopters of such platforms, such blockchain platforms. That means that early adopters like BioLife and IBM, we've got a unique position on where the market is and where it's heading. Nobody could say for sure where or what the market will look like in 10, 20 years, but certainly being there's an advantageous element that BioLife, more than others, will stand a chance to dictate what that world truly turns into.
That's a great point. I mean, what I can see certainly is a lot of expertise, a lot of different sets of health and well-being issues being tackled inside it,
Mm-hmm.
and potentially BioLife could be that global blanket or interface that sucks out all that in. Is that right?
BioLife will play a role. I'm a huge advocate for transformation and reinvention. 10 years down the line, as I said, nobody really knows what that's going to look like. What we all can benefit from are consortia like BioLife, truly challenging today's market, which we all know is highly complex, fragmented, and somewhat distrusted.
Is this the second coming of the internet?
Whichever way you look at it, it certainly is a fascinating transformation. If we look at the fourth industrial or transformational revolution, as others might call it, we all know that the world is simply speeding up at an immense pace. Graduates are being asked to look at areas of employment that are only just coming to life. There's so many statistics around the majority of roles by 2050, they haven't actually been invented right now. So what we can say is in this complex world that and the role technology companies, etc. play, that I'd say the best is yet to come.
Brilliant, well done. All right.